as promised, the combo. Imagine fighting with him. You know, I mean, this is not a game, okay? A lot of people think that they're just talking shit, this and that, you know? There's a lot of dead bodies in the prison system and in society that corroborates what they're saying. So, you know, and I know, me personally, I'm a real nigga. I know when the type of people who don't play around say something versus the type of people who bluff. I knew that they were not bluffing. You know, there's no room for pretending. There's no room for, you know, thinking that they're kidding. No room for that at all. So, I'm a part of the New World Order's greater network. Are the type of people that don't play around. A lot of people can't understand that. Okay? And they're waiting to, you know, one of the things they're probably going to try to do, you know, that they might do is set me up to go to prison with these people. Or I'll be on the yard, you know. And my kick over. You know, people don't understand. A lot of people can't understand the position I've been in for a very long time. Some people can. So I went to Dixon White's channel and I found some good stuff, and I want you to think about why it took many of you to hear a white person say it before you started considering it. And does that not prove his points and my points and, you know, what we share in common?
Personally, the white culture created this sick, twisted, demented disease called white supremacy. So what the fuck are white people gonna do about it? Let's get up off our asses and say something and do something. I'm just saying we have to take responsibility for it.
So that was white culture created it. Remember my videos about white culture? One of them, ironically, was taken down off my Robot channel. When I said white culture, I criticized white culture in the title. And because of that, they took down the channel saying it's hate speech.
Party rised up. White supremacist groups suddenly started popping up everywhere. You know, fear of a black president, fear of retribution, fear of black vengeance. Because white people know, consciously or unconsciously, they know black people have and are oppressed systemically, institutionally, economically, racially, psychologically, socially, in so many different ways. Black people, indigenous people, brown people, all people of color have been oppressed and marginalized by our society, by our culture, by our system.
If you want to see the whole channel, it's the Dixon White channel. I agree with him on these issues. I don't agree with him about homosexuality, but anyway.
And that white people live in a state of what I call racial psychosis or racial sociopathy, in my opinion. And I said racial. I didn't say that all white people are crazy. I'm saying in terms of race, we are absolutely psychotic. We cannot let go of our fucking fear. We have to be defensive. I mean, collectively. I'm not saying every single individual, but I'm saying collectively, we just don't know how to get past being defensive. We don't know how to embrace reality, to come out of delusion and apathy and indifference and complacency. We just don't know how to come into reality racially. We don't know how to find empathy racially. We don't know how to stop being defensive. If we could just realize that if black people were going to do something, they probably would have already fucking done it. So if we could just get white people.
All right, so let's go to one more, and that also applies to me individually. You know, they try to say, "Oh, he's going to hurt himself for society." I'm in my mid-30s. You know, you would think that if I'm a threat to the average person in society, to innocent people, that I would have hurt them already now, wouldn't you? That's a thought.
Let's take some white racial responsibility and let's address this shit. Goddamn, for centuries, 500 fucking years is enough. I'm not saying it's your fault personally. I'm saying our culture. I'm saying collectively. I'm not saying you should feel guilty. I'm not fucking saying feel guilty. I don't want nobody to fucking feel guilty. I want you to fucking take some fucking responsibility. I'm not asking you to apologize if you didn't do anything. You didn't create slavery, but our fucking people did, and we benefit from that.
And we benefit from that. That's what I've been saying for years, right? And that's why part of why I was mad at white people for a long time, you know. In some ways, I still am.
Don't think that we don't. You're a fool. Do something. Join me. Just a handful of people like me are actually trying to do something to fix it. We need the rest of white America to come on board. So tell your white brothers and sisters, tell your white family, tell your white coworkers, tell your friends, we gotta fix this shit. It's gone on too fucking long. Thank you.
That's what I say, you know, when I was talking about probably the most straightforward representation of a man is a bigger man manning up. Okay? I'll just leave it there. I'll let you figure out what I mean by that. And I'm not saying that people who are smaller are not men. I'm saying that that is probably the most dramatic representation of what a man is. A man, big strong man, you know. Thank you. You will hide behind lies. You're a coward. You're a liar. You're a traitor. As promised, the combo. Is it a crime that I'm the top martial artist and all the military personnel, intelligence agencies, law enforcement, and martial artists who uphold this oppressive system cannot beat me? Is it a crime? And now it has been several days since I sealed off the vent. I'm not sure if you can see the tape and the magnetic seal. Boy, the air is fresh. My behavior has really improved. It shows you beyond any doubt psychiatry is a fraud. The covert drugging is real. And you all know me, I'm too angry of a guy, you know, to have been able to do this long if they kept drugging me. And those drugs really bring out the rage in me, you know. They really fuck up my martial arts, they slow me down. Speaking of that, I've made a martial art demonstration recently that proves my point. And now without any further ado, almost no drugs in my system. How well will I do? I predict very well. Ooh, I felt that. Fire, baby, fire. That's what I'm talking about. Even my breathing improved a little bit. Wow. You'll have to forgive me if I do not take other martial artists serious anymore. You know, some sissy mini-me who isn't as fast as I am, isn't as intense as I am, you know, pretending to be better, hiding behind white social norms. Some queers that like to wrestle half naked or in a swimsuit or thong on the ground, you know, in a Speedo. You have to forgive me if I don't take serious some pencil dick white boy pretending to be tough, you know, with a fucking cute little belt on. Okay, I'm the top martial artist. I'd like to see them put $6,000 where their mouth is. I'd like to see them put $3,000. I'd like to see them put $3 where their mouth is. They're a pussy. They can't win. They don't want to get on camera for shit. They don't want to face the best. So you'll have to excuse me if I don't take you pussies seriously anymore. Punks.